More than 1.7 million people have now fled the fighting in Ukraine into nearby countries. They're being offered shelter as well as money for food and clothing. But some of Ukraine's smaller neighbours are pleading for help as others further west raise alarm about the scale of the humanitarian crisis.
It's a short ferry ride across the Danube River from southern Ukraine to the relative safety of Romania. The women on board and the children they hold close have already travelled so far, but the journey ahead is full of uncertainty.
I'm only one from my family who came from Odessa, so it's hard, really.
Further north, at the bitterly cold Moldovan border, hundreds of others cross by foot and board buses to refugee camps. In the queue for the shuttle, a mother tries to shield her daughter from the snow. Nearby, another child seems oblivious to it all. Moldova has by far the highest concentration of refugees per capita, and the country's president has appealed for international help. It's a developing crisis across much of Eastern Europe. In Hungary, this Australian couple are helping to feed those in need.
It's important for people when they come off those trains to have somebody smiling at them and to know that there are people here that care.
But the journey doesn't stop here. Many are going further west, deeper into Central Europe. The Czech Republic has already registered 100,000 refugees.
K jaké teď dochází v rámci přesunu lidí z Ukrajiny směrem na západ, ta je obrovitánská.
Poland is shouldering much of the burden. More than half of the 1.7 million people who fled Ukraine have come here. Some are now living at this grand theatre in the southeastern city of Przemysl, unsure of where to go next.
Сестра сказала, что я молодец, что добралась. Потому что дальше будет хуже и хуже. Хочется домой.
Through the sea of beds, a girl dances. But there's no music, no applause at this theatre tonight.
And our reporter Omar Dehen joins us now from Przemysl train station in Poland, near the border with Ukraine. Good evening, Omar. The situation is getting busier and busier at key transit points, isn't it?
Janice, when we first visited Przemysl train station a week ago, it was already filling to the brim, and it's somehow gotten busier. We'll try and sneak inside very briefly. There's just constant activity, people coming in from Ukraine, people waiting here to go onwards into Western Europe, people taking trains into Warsaw, also many volunteers helping out, just adding to the humanitarian efforts. But as we're hearing, 1.7, 1.8 million Ukrainians have crossed into the country now, more than 1 million here in Poland, and half of the total number of children. That really punctuates the desperate situation many of these people are in, not sure where they'll go to next as humanitarian efforts increase in these areas. Janice.
Thank you so much. That's our reporter Omar Dehen giving us the latest on that unfolding and ever worsening humanitarian crisis.